Million Dollar Quartet is a hit musical based on a true story of a famed recording session by hot rock and roll artists of the 1950s. Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and of course Johnny Cash. And this only happened one time in all of history. So put on your blue suede shoes because Real Scene TV is going to take you behind the scenes of this hot musical. And I got a feeling that there might be a whole lot of shaking going on the aisles.
Well, come on over, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. I said, come on over, baby, baby, you can't go wrong.
So talk to me about the show a little bit. What should people expect from the show? I mean, you've got all these guys playing real people, so and they're playing real songs. So talk to me about how's the plot worked into it?
Well, the plot is involved around Sam talking to RCA about leaving Sun Records behind because he had just sold Elvis to RCA, and he's got all these boys, but he's got an offer from RCA to sell Sun, pack it up, go to New York. And so that's where the story kind of comes in.
Now, I can't carry a tune in the bucket, but the Lord gave me the gift to see way beneath what everyone else is seeing. Hell, Elvis ain't played no place outside his bedroom before he came to me, wanted to make a record for his mama. Now, if you got talent, I'll pull it
But
out
mostly
of you.
people should enjoy like a really rockin' good time. Like it's a rock and roll show with some story woven in between to kind of gel the whole thing together. But mostly it's about the music and my acting.
I saw my baby walk. Another guy today. Well, I saw my baby walking. Oh, some other guy today. Well, I think what's the matter?
I'm from Los Angeles, and so I've spent a lot of time playing a lot of bands out there. I have a band called Freddie and Francine out in Los Angeles, has a bunch of records, played with a lot of different guys in the Americana alt-country scene in Los Angeles. So it was very kind of a nice transition over to this show, playing original country and playing the father of rockabilly and stuff like that, which is fantastic. And that's kind of just about it. I've been more of a musician than an actor, more of a guitar player and a singer than I have ever, been an actor.
And now a dancer.
And now he has me dancing
he's a great
all the
dancer
time.
now.
Yeah.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play the gun. I shot a man in Reno.
I've been doing 50s music for about 15 years, so I kind of like live in the 50s. Like every show I do is in the 50s. So it helped me for this because it gives you a little bit more of that genre, but it had been something I'd been familiar with before.
So why do you feel like you're stuck in the 50s? Is this like
I'm not stuck here.
Well, like,
I chose to be here.
so
I love the
what
50s.
made you choose that? Like what? Like your parents? Did your parents influence you?
My
They
dad-
always listened to that?
When I was a kid, my dad played 50s music all the time. It was
Okay.
like what I was allowed to listen to. And I guess because of that, it's just kind of stuck in my head. It's really funny because I don't really seek it out. I don't seek out 50s shows. They just find
seek
me.
you.
No, it just happens. I don't know. It's weird. I did a show where I was a French aristocrat and it happened to take place in the 1750s. It just happens.
Insane. It's fate.
It's fate.
It's
It's
fate.
yeah. It's numerology.
Can't argue with
I guess.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I understand. Is it real? Is it real hair? Is it your real hair? Is it like a wig? That's, oh my God, it's so intense, you guys. Well, you were voted the ultimate Elvis tribute artist of 2011. So how long have you been Elvis-fying yourself?
Well, the Elvis thing has always just come natural to me. So probably since second grade, I've been doing the Elvis thing. Quite a long time.
So did your parents also kind of show you Elvis? Like, how did you get?
Kind of like Derek's story. Growing up, it was always Elvis, or it was Carl Perkins or Johnny Cash or Motown. I mean, I grew up on a lot of old school style of music. So it just kind of was planted in the sponge in my head, so it's kind of how it went.
You play Jerry Lee Lewis, and you play great keys. And we're going to talk about your mismatched socks. What's going down there?
I've ever wanted to really talk about. No one's asked me about them before. It's true. What's going on down there?
Yeah.
She asks. Well,
what do you wear them
I don't
for?
know.
Is it just like for
I
fun?
just started wearing them, and someone asked me, "Why do you wear odd socks?" And I was like, "Well, why not?" And they didn't really have an answer for me, and that was it. And then I just started wearing. I actually now can't play the piano. Well, I can, but I prefer not to play the piano with shoes on.
It's probably a British thing. It's my guess.
I don't know many Brits who do that either. I think it's just a me thing.
We actually are physically playing every note that you hear from beginning to
Yeah.
end. We're a band.
Talk to me about the character that you play.
Sam Phillips actually, he basically invented the rock and roll sound. He opened Sun Records in Memphis, and he's the one that found Elvis. He's the one that found Cash, found Jerry Lee, found Carl, Ike Turner, Roy Orbison.
You're a badass.
I'm a total badass. He's not so much of a producer. He is a producer, but he was a sound guy, and he was after this sound.
Why do you feel like the show touches so many people?
It's the music. I mean, the drunk college kids are generically Johnny Cash fans because Rick Rubin revitalized his career with the American recordings, and so all the young hip kids are super into Johnny Cash, and Elvis has just legendary status through any group, any genre of people. But then you've got the baby boomers who grew up with it, feel it, love the Jerry Lee, people who know who Carl Perkins is.
I'll see you later, Alex.
And you got 3,000 people on their feet clapping and cheering, and you're standing on a bass ripping guitar solos. It's pretty awesome.
For more information on Broadway across America, check it out on realscenetv.com.